Alright, so this is day 2 of my venture. So yesterday was kind of a wash because I don't have a lot of money. So I was trying to get to bartending school, but I didn't have enough gas. So I kind of had to stay put right here. But the plan was today, so just so you know a little bit about me, I used to have another YouTube channel where I was building like Mustangs and parts for Mustangs. I stopped doing the YouTube channel just because of that one, because I just didn't feel, I was getting support, but I was getting more views than I was getting support. And what I mean by that is, like, I had like I had over 5 million views, but I only had 20,000 followers. And a good way to look at stuff like that is just be like, that's 20,000 people, regardless of whether they're subscribing or not. But I just didn't like the negative part of it started to affect me more than I wanted to. So I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I stopped. So this is more of something else. So first things first, my wardrobe is ass. I dress like shit. I do have like 1 or 2 like nice clothes or whatever, but I have to get my money up first, man. And I'm in a pretty bad situation with that. Guys, if anybody's out there struggling to put it together and you're in a relationship, I'm telling you, it's gonna test your relationship. Like, you guys are very likely to break up because it's a lot, it's really demanding. And a lot of times you got to sacrifice things that will make your partner, your girl or whatever upset. It makes sense to you, but you know. So anyway, I brought up the shit about my old YouTube because I still build parts for people. So one of the ways that I figure I can get off of my butt is to still lean into the higher end part of that. So I was building T5s, which is like a transmission for Mustangs, pretty popular transmission for Mustangs. And I'm pretty good at building them. So I had a bunch of old parts still left over from over the years. I threw away a lot of it because it was just mostly bad, but I still have a lot of good stuff. So I will be using that to kind of make ends meet until either bartending or a machining job comes back into play. I lost my last machining job, like I said before, from being irresponsible, falling asleep at work, which was embarrassing. Like, I'm a whole grown man with gray hairs. I'm still acting like a kid. It's embarrassing. So anyway, so yeah, so today I donated some blood. They paid me $90 for that. And then I got $200 from being a server. So I paid my phone bill, which was $120, and got my phones back on. So I paid for my phone, my son's phone, and then I have an extra phone, like and it's not, I don't pay extra for the extra one. It's just, they give it to you free when you get like a package or whatever. So anyway, I paid that, and then I'm gonna take the rest of the money. I have a transmission here that needed a few more parts to be finished. So I'm gonna finish the part. Finish the trans, and I'm gonna leave and go drop it off to old Jimbo. Now, Jim has been a loyal friend through all thick and thin. Put money in my hand, give me work, you know, good dude. So Jim has a buyer for this trans, so that'll at least put me back to where I have $1,000 to figure out what to do with. So with that $1,000, I was reading a book called The Millionaire Mindset. I wasn't reading it, but I listened to it on the audiobook. And he was talking about like budgeting. So there's like a specific budget you're supposed to have for your money or whatever. So I'm going to, hold on, let me see if I have it over here. It's on my phone. Okay, here it is. I think it's on this phone. And he was emphasizing how important it is in that book, how important it is to develop a budgeting acumen, like the way that we budget our money, no matter if it's a little bit of money or if it's a lot of money, you gotta budget it and get in that habit, because you're not just gonna develop the habit just because you got $100 grand or $1 million now. It's something that you gotta gradually build up. It's almost like trying to be a karate master overnight. It doesn't, anything you do has gotta take practice. Okay, so here it is. So it says, so the personal budget should be 10% to God. That's a giving account. 50% of it has to go to bills. 10% of it has to go financial freedom account, so that's like for reinvestment. 10% of it is for plain luxuries, which is like super important. 10% is for long-term savings. So long-term savings is more for like, all right, I'm done all this hustling and stuff. I got some money in like a mutual fund or something that'll build up. 5% is towards education. This one's really important. I realize how important it is just not having a mentor all these years and being arrogant and thinking I could do it all myself when I clearly can't. Like, I'm in really bad shape. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. And I want a mentor, but I just don't know how to approach that whole thing. But the internet's got a lot of mentors now, so that'll make it a lot better than it was before. So I'm hoping that I could work that out and find a mentor for education, learning about like stock options and stuff like that. And then the last 5% is for my personal needs, which would be like clothes, not clothes, but like hygiene stuff, like shampoo, soap, stuff like that. So get $1,000, $100 got to go to God. 50% of that, $500 is supposed to go to my bills. See, now the issue with this, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if anybody's watching this. In the beginning, trying to budget in this way is really difficult. This is what I mean. So it says 10% to FFA, right? So that's $100 towards financial freedom. So I know where to get 2 transmissions right now in the junkyard for $150 for both of them, right? One of them is guaranteed to make me, after the rebuild, maybe like $500. So I'd invest 100 to get 500, or anyway, I'd get $400 or $500 of profit off of that, right? So my dilemma is, do I take the 150 and just get both of them since the getting is good, or do I stick to this budget and only buy one of them, do the transaction, and then come back and buy the other one? The only problem is that there's a time constraint. They're not as readily available as they used to be. So I was like, man, I gotta get while the getting is good. You know what I'm saying? But me disobeying the budget, is that wrong to do? Because I could take the $1,000 instead of paying my bills with it, because my bills ain't due till the end of the month anyway. I could reinvest the entire thing, and by the end of the month come out with like maybe $2 grand. So at $2 grand, then it makes it to where I have enough to reinvest without having to take away from the other stuff. So I don't know. Let me know, guys, if I'm doing this wrong, if I'm like taking money from this area, maybe education or whatever, and putting it towards the hustle right now to get my money up. Let me know if that's right or wrong. I don't know, But other than that, I think I'm going to register at the gym called EOS and start working out there. I got to figure out some sort of like free software, so I got to learn DaVinci Resolve so I can edit this, so you guys can see all the other stuff that I'm doing. When I go to the gym, I want you guys to see that I'm there, and then like my routine or whatever, because like I'm in really bad shape, bro. Like if you really look, like I've got titties, man. Like I got a belly, like it's just bad. So I want to get back my tight body. Like I had a really tight body. I was working out with my brother a lot, and he's like a bodybuilder. So I've never really been into working out. Been more of a martial arts guy. So Today, I'm going to find myself up at the EOS gym, and I'm going to cancel my LA Fitness membership and then join their gym, and see if we can make that into a routine. All right? Okay, man, that's day 2. Peace.